Anderson. Welcome.
Thank you. I don't call myself that, just so you know.
Thanks for coming from your corner of the galaxy to this seat.
I am wearing my, have you seen my pin? Galactic Federation of Light Ambassador pin that I got from Trisha McCannon.
Well, I know you're representing the Dolphins sometimes. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to this event that you have coming up called Star Knowledge Conference honoring the Galactic Goddess in Laguna Beach, April 3rd, 4th, and 5th of 2020. And we're going to talk about, there's a little radio show called Awakening Code Radio that once in a while, when necessary, I'm able to fill in as your co-host, which has been so fun.
I love it, and you're such a great co-host.
Thank you. It's an amazing experience. It's so fun. It's an actual radio show in Laguna Beach, and it's the only FM they get there.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then it's a podcast, so people can go to Awakening Code Radio, because you and Eric Rankin have been doing this for
almost 8 years,
almost
7
8
years. Yeah.
And it is such a great show. It is so wonderful. A lot of people swear by it. They say, "Oh, Scott, you're so lucky to get on there." I say, "I know." Mm-hmm. So, great job raising the vibration of the conversation in the world.
Thank you. We've had a lot of great guests on our show, and it is a blessing. It is a blessing to be able to get that information out and to use music and conversation as a vehicle to help raise the vibration on the planet. We both really feel like joy is where it's at. And the other day, Eric said to me that he heard the term neutrality amidst duality.
That's it.
And when he said that to me, I went, that's part of what honoring the Galactic Goddess is bringing forward, is how to keep us in a neutral space when there's all sorts of chaos and duality happening.
That's right.
This election year especially, we're really seeing it play out on social media. And what we're here to do, you, me, many of the people here at Conscious Life Expo, are really here to help us find our center again and to find our joy, our playfulness, like the dolphins.
Exactly.
Right?
I want to get to the dolphins, but let's talk about your event. It's April 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Oh, Chris, if you want to close up on this. Oh, okay. Thank you. That's one way to do it. So this is just an amazing event in Laguna Beach. It's at a spiritual center.
It's at Neighborhood Congregational Church. And what's so special about this event is that Chief Golden Light Eagle has been putting on conferences for over 20 years. And he received information in a ceremony about some specific symbols that had to do with 1111, the time prompt 1111, 1212, 1313. And he teaches this star knowledge. He gets people to really come into where their star origins are from.
Star seeds.
Yes, and he's gotten a lot of information that it's time to really push the feminine up there, so the feminine voice is actually permeating.
Has the feminine voice been quieted lately?
I think, if we think about what's been happening, I'm sure you talk a lot about this, that patriarchy has a way of pushing the feminine voice down. And now many women are finding in their own power to finally get up and speak.
Yes.
And I know
create that balance.
To create the balance. And one of the things that we're very clear about is it's not in the face of pushing the masculine down. It's about meeting each other in the center and standing side by side.
And even our own inner masculine and inner feminine.
Absolutely.
Getting side by balancing.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah. I'm wearing my boots, I got my pants on, I'm feeling my masculine come in, I'm actually using my voice.
Nice.
But so I did get a download that 444, which is April 4th, 2020 in numerology, that's a 444 day.
Right.
That it was about honoring the Galactic Goddess, and what better person to celebrate that than Chief Golden Light Eagle and the Star Knowledge team. He has an amazing event coordinator named Jennifer Berryhill, and when I gave her this information, she said, "I'm getting the same thing. Would you want to put it on as a Star Knowledge event?" Immediately I felt, yes, this is about conscious collaboration. So we have men there as well.
Yep. We have Casey and Brad Wallace from Expansion Network. You have Lori Spagna.
Yep.
And Adrian Valera from
Disclosure Fest. He's one of my partners as well. Eric Rankin from Awakening Code Radio. Yes. We also have Larissa Stowe and Shakti Tribe are playing our concert on Saturday night.
Nice.
And Larissa is speaking. She's an amazing presenter as well. And Sonia Sophia,
Yes.
you were on that show when we did the tapping,
That's
the
right.
EFT tapping show. Yes.
She's going to be there.
She's going to be there as
That's
well.
so healing, so simple and so healing. We should be doing it in schools
Yes.
and everywhere.
And that's her goal. She just did a whole big series of tapping. 10,000 people tapping.
Yep.
But also Elizabeth April is going to be there, and she is an amazing galactic goddess in my opinion. So
Yep.
we're excited about her as well.
So the 3rd, 4th, and 5th of April, so it's 3 days of presentations, workshops, vendors, music, and ceremony.
2 days, April 3rd and 4th,
Okay.
at the church.
Yes.
And on April 5th, I'm doing a dolphin Live Your Bliss boat cruise out of Dana Point.
Now you have a connection with dolphins. Why don't you talk about that?
Oh gosh, many years ago, over 10 years ago, the dolphins started permeating my field. And when my husband said, "What do you mean dolphins are talking to you?" I said, "Well, it's not like they're saying, 'Hi, we're your dolphin family.'" And it's not like Flipper, like the sound of Flipper, but they telepath to me and place feelings in my heart. So what they asked me to do was get people onto the water, which is a conductor of energy. And our world is filled with oceans and waters that hold the original keys and codes to peace on Earth. And we're asking to reactivate those keys and codes. And so when you get a large group of people on a private chartered catamaran, we have 59 spots. And we're all holding the intention together to be like the dolphins, to be in our heart space, open, enjoy, but with a real significant intention to actually send healing through the waters to all life on Earth and all life in every dimension. You can tangibly feel a shift when we're on the boat, especially when the dolphins come. Sometimes 2,000 dolphins will come.
2,000 dolphins?
We have super herds of dolphins off Dana Point, Laguna Beach. Sometimes maybe 100, 150, but sometimes they ride the bow of our boat. Eric Rankin plays his 432 frequencies.
Right.
We've turned the boat off and experimented with seeing if the dolphins leave, and they've stayed with us. Sometimes we see mamas and babies. They call those maternity herds.
Okay.
And we see a lot of those. So we see a lot of wildlife. We don't just see dolphins, but one year we had 5 blue whales surround our boat.
Wow.
And they are very large, the largest beings on the planet.
Were you a dolphin recently?
I would say in a few past lives I have been a dolphin.
Sure.
I joke with my husband, I've lived my life under the water and now I'm on top.
Yep.
And I do feel I have recollection
Sure.
and a recall of feeling very dolphin-like. There are certain people I meet, like Elijah Ray. I don't know if you know Elijah Ray. He's a musician. I met Elijah Ray, Amareya. Have you met Amareya?
No, I haven't met her.
Elijah, Amareya, and Oma Kayuel. When I met those 3 men separately, I was like, oh my gosh, I remember being a dolphin with you.
Wow.
And they have recollection too, as that of being.
I just feel like this event's going to be so full of love, so full of celebration. I mean, obviously, if you're at the forefront of it, I mean, it's just going to be the place to be. And in Laguna Beach already is a great place. It's going to be at, where is it again? The
Neighborhood Congregational Church on St. Anne Street.
That's where everything happens, right?
A lot of things happen there. And if you're from out of town and you want to fly in for this, we have a very special, extremely discounted room rate with Laguna Beach Inn. That's on the website as well. You have to call a certain number to get that rate that we locked in. And those rooms will sell really fast. In order to go on the dolphin boat, we're asking people to register for the Star Knowledge Conference, the Galactic Goddess Conference. Once they're registered, then we'll send the code for the dolphin boat. Nice. Last time I did this, I sold out the dolphin boat before the conference even started, so I added a second boat. There is a possibility I'll do that. We'll see if we can do that.
So if people want to find out more about this as well, they can go to starknowledge.org.
Starknowledge.org.
And to find out more about you or to follow you, they can search for you on Facebook.
Yeah, it's best to go to Awakening Code Radio's Facebook page. and I'm one of the admins there, and I have my own Facebook page as well.
It is, because you do a little something special with your name that makes it easier and harder to find you. You put an apostrophe before Michelle.
People always ask me about that, and the reason why I did that, I told that if you want people to find you easier, if you do that, then they can find you easier.
Yeah, especially if your name's Michelle Anderson.
It's such a generic name. Yeah.
Okay, so they can go there or just search Awakening Code Radio on Google,
right,
and find where the podcast is. Listen to those. You could just spend not years, maybe weeks and months listening to them, because that information doesn't date. You can go listen to one 3 years ago, and a lot of it's still relevant. Yeah.
We've had some great guests on. We've had Deepak Chopra, Marianne Williamson, Greg Braden, Matt Kahn, Jonathan Goldman is coming up this Tuesday.
Right.
But in addition to that, I like that we also pepper it with people that are doing good things on the earth. And a few weeks ago, we did a show called Trauma to Triumph with a woman named Lori Burns, and it's about what's happening in the human trafficking trade. And it's more prevalent in Orange County, where I live here in California, than anybody would have known. And so what she's doing is amazing, really good works for these young women.
It's what she does. She puts her heart out there, and actually people have come up to her and have given her $1 million, to do this, $1 million to do that. And because they see that's how she's living her life. So that's a good example of someone who's following their mission, following their bliss, doing what they came here to do.
Yes.
And when other people see that, the universe helps you do that. So that
just like you.
Just like me and
you. Like you. Yeah. We're following our bliss.
Yeah.
I believe that our divine birthright is to follow our bliss, and we should do for a living what we would do for free. And somehow the universe finds ways to make that happen.
Yes.
And I think that's what you happened into with what your skill set was and is. And a lot of people are finding that when we get into this awakening process, we think, oh my gosh, but I have this regular 9-to-5 job, and how am I going to transition into making a living? But there's ways to do it.
What do you tell those people? Baby steps?
I say follow your bliss and set the intention with the universe that you deserve your abundance. And opportunities and avenues show up for each one of us. I see that happen.
But believe you're worth it and set that intention. Once you set that intention, the universe starts to move. Things start to fall into place.
You're really good at that too, Scott. I want to thank you personally for helping me see that within myself. That when I struggle with maybe, do I really deserve this? You help me see that yes, I do. And I think that with a lot of this Galactic Goddess talk, a lot of women are really feeling like, where do we go next? But we do it together. And that's the thing that I'm really feeling passionate about, is conscious collaboration without competition.
Yes.
The time of competition and greed is over, and there's enough abundance on this earth to supply each one of us when we align with that golden currency and we put it into action by helping others.
Exactly.
Service to all.
Well, look what a light you are.
Yeah, look what a light you are.
Thank you for that.
Thank
you for being here.
Thank you.
So Michelle Anderson, look at starknowledge.org and Awakening Code Radio. Google
and
that.
Disclosure Fest.
Disclosure Fest.
I do produce the Star Ancestor Space at Disclosure Fest. I know that Adrian Valera, our founder of Disclosure Fest, was on another interview with you.
Yep.
We'll be doing that June 20th, 2020.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
This is great.
Thank you.